the end of September, on September 27 to be precise, Azerbaijani and Armenian troops reportedly traded gunfire in the Nagorno-Karabakh region. A moment later, the situation quickly turned hotter. Both Armenia and Azerbaijan accuse each other of having started the conflict. The point was that the crisis dragged on and armed clashes turned into open fighting between the two countries in the region. The conflicts eventually turned into the latest battle between Azerbaijan and Armenia in Nagorno-Karabakh. Armenia then declared martial law, as did the separatist authorities in Nagorno-Karabakh. Azerbaijan also did not want to lose and also immediately declared martial law. Problem: Azerbaijan and Armenia have long been at odds over Nagorno-Karabakh. The two countries were part of the Soviet Union and Nagorno-Karabakh was recognized as part of the territory of Azerbaijan. When the Soviet Union collapsed in 1991, the Nagorno-Karabakh region, which is predominantly Armenian, wanted to break away from Azerbaijan, so that armed fighting broke out, as reported by Britannica. Armenia supported this movement, causing conflict with Azerbaijan. The war between the two countries was inevitable until it claimed the death toll of around 30,000. In 1993, Armenia succeeded in seizing Nagorno-Karabakh and occupying 20% of the territory of neighboring Azerbaijan. Nagorno-Karabakh is controlled by ethnic Armenian separatists who were supported by the Armenian government. In 1994, Armenia and Azerbaijan finally agreed to sign a ceasefire brokered by the Minsk Group's Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe, OSCE. The OSCE Minsk Group is a committee formed in 1994 to handle disputes and is co-chaired by the United States, US, Russia and France. However, after that, the truce did not always go smoothly. Tensions between Armenia and Azerbaijan in Nagorno-Karabakh are still ongoing. Foreign interference. It is feared that the fighting will drag the main powers in the region, Turkey and Russia, to intervene in the war. Russia is generally seen as an ally of Armenia while Turkey is seen as an ally of Azerbaijan. Turkey is said to have long supported behind oil-rich Azerbaijan. Meanwhile, Russia has close ties with Armenia. Russia also leads the military alliance of the Collective Security Treaty Organization, CSTO, which consists of 6 former Soviet Union states, including Armenia. Armenia counts on Russian support and military guarantees. On the other hand, leaders of countries around the world have called on Armenia and Azerbaijan to sit together to resolve conflicts rather than use military force. The United Nations, UN, the US, Pakistan, and Iran have called on Armenia and Azerbaijan to hold a ceasefire as soon as possible. In fact, Pope Francis prayed that the Caucasus region would soon make peace and create peace. Battle. The leader of a separatist group in Nagorno-Karabakh, Erik Harutayunayan, declared martial law on September 27 and mobilized men over 18 to fight. Elsewhere, Armenian Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan told his people to get ready to defend the homeland. Not to be outdone, Azerbaijan's President Ilham Aliyev also declared martial law. In his speech at that time, he called on his people to defend the country. During the war's first day, Sky News and AFP reported 23 people from both the army and civilians were reportedly killed. Separatist groups in Nagorno claiming they destroyed 4 helicopters, 15 drones and 10 tanks belonging to Azerbaijan. On the second day of the war, to be precise September 28, Deutsche Welle reported that the total death toll was 95 people, with 11 civilians killed. Armenia and Azerbaijan mutually accused the opposing side of deploying heavy artillery in the early days of fighting. In fact, Armenia had accused Turkey of interfering in the conflict. As reported by the BBC, Armenia accused its Sukhoi Su-25 of being dropped by a Turkish F-16 in Armenian airspace. During the war, Turkey became a country that openly supported Azerbaijan. Turkey has also called for Armenia to surrender and then withdraw from the Nagorno-Karabakh region. Reports of Armenia bombarding civilian settlements in Ganja, Azerbaijan have contributed to the fighting. On October 2, Stepanakert, the capital of Nagorno-Karabakh, was bombarded, which occurred when Armenia was ready to reach a truce with Azerbaijan. On October 4, conflict resumed, with Stepanakert and Ganja, a town in western Azerbaijan, being targeted by artillery. Russian President Vladimir Putin in early October put the death toll from the war at nearly 5,000, with the official figure still below 1,000. There have been 3 attempts at a ceasefire to cool down the tension in the disputed area of the Caucasus, but conflict has returned as reported by AFP. The mass exodus of civilians living in Nagorno-Karabakh was inevitable. More than 50,000 populations in Stepanakert have left. Meanwhile, only a handful of people who insisted on staying in the conflict area remained and huddled in the basement. Both Armenia and Azerbaijan accuse each other of violating the ceasefire agreement, and start a gun battle in Nagorno-Karabakh. While the war raged on and casualties fell on both sides, the fighting continued for a month. Armenia was reportedly asked for help from Russia in the midst of an escalating conflict. Moscow answered Yerevan's request. On the other hand, Turkey is accused of deploying a militia group to Nagorno-Karabakh to help Azerbaijan. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan denied this accusation.